What's up, everyone? It's November 17th. It's a Tuesday in 2020. We're going into the third week of November, and I want you to realize with only, let's see, we have like 44 days left of this year, and instead of like thinking like, why haven't I gotten to that place, or why do I still feel this, you know, emptiness or not complete or something. Instead of doing that, realize like how much you've accomplished, how much you've overcome, how much you've resisted, all the stuff that you've actually been through. And look about like last year or even 6 months ago and see how you have evolved some, you know? It's a process. It's a slow process. So don't beat yourself up. I want you to take some time out today to really sit with your energy and realize how strong you're becoming, the person you're becoming. Because you've done a great job, you're doing wonderful, and it's just a slow process. So don't beat yourself up about it. Don't get discouraged, because you are becoming who you truly are, and you need to sit and relish that a little bit, okay? So I want you to do that today or this week, or hopefully always, but especially today, because I think there's some people out there still beating themselves up, still feeling like kind of discouraged or whatever. So, just realize it's a slow process, and you've made so much progress, You've made so much progress. So you're doing a great job, okay? So now let's go ahead and get into our message. I'm going to be using the Work Your Light Oracle today, because, baby, you have some light in there, and you're working it, right? So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to tell us today, okay? All right. What's our message, please, Spirit? Stay encouraged. Don't give up. I know sometimes it's easy. You can't always be in the light. It's not always, rainbows and sunshine. So, don't beat yourself up. You need that shadow side too to get through it, so. Ooh, wow, that was pretty fast there. Okay, so we have awakening. I think this is like the third time in a week's span that we've gotten awakening, or at least 10 days, awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. And see, that's the thing too. When you're integrating and getting uploads and new codes put into you, and you're changing, it feels uncomfortable, It really feels uncomfortable. So it's natural to feel that little unsettling feeling, okay? So let's go ahead and see how she's rising. That feels very like there's nothing under there. Sometimes you feel like you're not supported. But let's go ahead and read this card. Awakening. Awakening. All right. Awakening. And look at this. We just had a new moon a few days ago. And she's like rising up with that new moon. I think with that 11/11 portal and the new moon, there's been a lot of shifts and downloads and releasing that's making us maybe feel a little uncomfortable, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, let's go ahead and read this. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you are incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing a past life flashback, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for you at this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like-souled people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into the world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following Work Your Light activation. And here's the activation, and I'll list it below as well. Work Your Light activate. Of course, you might not have the card. You might have this deck, but it says, Work Your Light activation. Hold the card on your heart and say, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirits. So, I had kind of gotten out of it, but I think I'm going to go ahead and be more diligent about journaling, because some things you might not think about that come to life. I've had something come up this week where, it's been like maybe a couple years, year and a half, that I was treated badly by two friends, which really hurt. And out of the blue, like on the 11th, which is the portal, I get a message, and I'm thinking like it's an error from the one person. And I guess it came to light that the other person, the one was, they found out. And I tried to tell them, like, you better be aware. And they just thought I was like some crazy bitch or something, But they actually apologized and said, you were right, this person, it's like the devil in disguise. So, things behind the scenes you might not see are there. Things are awakening. Things are healing. Things are being let go of. So, do some journaling, do some meditation, and realize that, yes, it feels a little uncomfortable, but just ground yourself and have trust and faith in the universe and spirit, okay? You'll get through it. So, that's your message today. Peace.